Well, hello everybody, and how are you doing today? Hope all is well with you. Decided I'd do a update on my 20-gallon Nuvo Fusion all-in-one. And to start out, let's go over the livestock as they're swimming up and in your face. There are 2 clowns in there and 1 6-line wrasse. In the back, who very seldom comes out, is a fire shrimp. I definitely have some hermit crabs in there, about 20 of them. There's 10 turbo snails in there, and I put in 8 Nacerius a few weeks back, just to help with the sand bed. My old diamond goby that I've actually had in tanks long before I even had the channel going, he finally died, probably about 5-6 years old, I believe. Sad part, but now we're looking at the tank itself, and the tank definitely has a few corals in it. If you remember when this tank got set up, it didn't have a lot, and well, it's coming up on a little bit over 2.5 years old, I believe it is. You can see it's very full, and I have been fragging the daylights out of this tank. It has hammers, hammers, octospawn, Duncan, let's see, oh yeah, acans, anemones, there's staghorns in there, bird's nest, green slimer, zoas up the wazoo. Primarily my zoas, I'm getting them more and more towards stargazers. I just really love the way they highlight the rest of the corals. And of course my anemones. The sand bed on the tank itself is about 2.5 inches deep, depending on where in the tank I'm at. The water parameters in the tank, well, this is what the Red Sea says I should have. Unfortunately, Tropic Marin doesn't, but that is what it should say. Well, you can see my alkalinity is 7.5, phosphate 0.21. My pH on this tank, and I attribute that to the storm mode I run, is 8.6. So it stays pretty high, even tank off middle of the night, it's 8.2. Now my calcium, 500. A lot of people are going to be freaking out at these numbers. Well, I went through my records, which I do keep on an Excel spreadsheet, and you could see February of 2023 to today, pretty much the same, not much fluctuation in them at all. And then a year ago, well, actually over a year ago, you can see there's not much. I do not chase numbers. I really don't. I learned very early on not to do it. This is what the tank looks like and has for, well, as you can see, 1.5 years. It just keeps growing and looking better. I'm not losing corals. I'm fragging corals. My 10-gallon tank right now is full. My wife's tank, as you've seen from the last video, has been rescaped. And it's actually a little bit more full now because I fragged this tank that you're looking at right now, and there's more in hers. We will actually be setting up a 75-gallon. I'm going to be taking down my Amazon tank and putting a 75 salt in there because honestly, we've both come to the conclusion we would rather just have all saltwater tanks and go from there. That acan that you're seeing is just, it started out one little polyp, and that thing is just going incredible. Those Duncans, they're everywhere. I counted on them 99 heads yesterday. As far as my hammers go and octospawn, I am sitting at right now 83 heads. And there's my wife's tank. I just thought I'd throw this in. I will be doing a brief update on it, maybe a little bit more in detail like this one. You can see that that tank is just looking fantastic, and that now has a 4-inch sand bed, and it's really benefited. Look at those gonnies. Some of those are stretching up 7 inches tall. And you could see, well, yeah, I used her tank for fragging. So, until the next video, which will be her tank, I wish you all a very, very good night.